In 2014, the Rowan men's soccer team finished 10-9 under first-year head coach Scott Baker. The biggest difference that he has felt this preseason is there's more of a laid-back atmosphere amongst the players and coaches.
It seemed like it was a whirlwind straight through the whole season. We tried to do the best we could to not make it a rebuilding year and to kind of put that behind us. Coming into this year, it just seems like a completely different atmosphere, and we're just as excited to get going, but there's more of that relaxed feeling, and there's a lot of things in place that we weren't able to have last year. So I think it's a big difference.
Nearly 80% of the 2015 roster is made up of freshmen and sophomores. Baker says he knows this team is ready to compete in the NJAC because they are competing amongst themselves during the preseason.
With the NJAC and the strength of the NJAC, the only way to really get that experience is to, play in the NJAC and to feel what it's like and to feel the emotion and the passion in the games. As far as get them ready, we have that great class that came in last year, and I think we have a great class that's coming in this year. But they're competing with each other, and the sophomores that have had that experience are, hopefully, as best as we can, we're putting them in a position to set the freshmen up to have that feeling as much as we can in a training setting.
Goalkeeper Robbins returns for his senior season, and he had minimal playing time in 2014, but Baker says he is the most experienced keeper on the roster. Kyle Dennis and Grant Kelly are both freshman keepers, and Baker says that position is up for the taking.
Right now, it's still pretty open. John Robbins has the most experience. Kyle Dennis is right there and is going to put a big fight in for a starting position, and so is Grant Kelly. I mean, he's the biggest of the three, and he's super athletic, and right now it's still open.
On defense, the Profs will have veterans Marco Fernandez and Shane Patterson to rely on this fall. Also, freshman Will Sajasic and transfer Anthony Diaz will be presents on the back line as well. If the Profs are to return to postseason play, the midfield looks to be the position that will carry most of that pressure this season. Shane Kohler, Vinny Ignatowicz, and Tyler Logar highlight the midfield position, and Baker knows the importance of those three this year.
They're going to be a major part of our success if we make any kind of run that we think that we can. It's going to have to fall on those three, and they're going to have to be the difference on the field, off the field, leaders, just the whole thing. So they're our midfield right now.
Travis Ward will be a key component to the Profs' offense, as last fall the sophomore led the team in points with 18 and goals with 8, and was top 10 in both categories in the NJAC. Baker expects Ward to be even better during his sophomore campaign, especially with the core of players that will be around him.
Jake Connors will probably play up front. Jeremy Camargo, who is a transfer coming in, is going to see a lot of time up front. Shane Doherty is going to see a lot of time up front. And a lot of all these things they can change with one injury or somebody stepping up or anything like that. But we feel like we have a lot of weapons. Steve Kim's going to give us some time up front and in the midfield, and we feel like we're a very strong team right now.
Baker talks about the two factors that will either make or break the Profs in 2015.
I think the main key for this team is discipline and focus. I really think that we have the talent. As you mentioned before, we have freshmen that are now sophomores, so they've had that experience. They're not necessarily upperclassmen, but they've had experience, and because of the year last year, they've had a lot of it. They were on the field for most of the season. I would think our discipline and our focus on us and on us improving and playing within our system is going to make or break our season.
Rowan kicks off its fall schedule on September 1st as they travel to take on RIT starting at 4 p.m.